Bethany Ellis here, with the story I tell when I have all ages in my audience. It is a true story. I first appeared on stage at the age of 5 when the St. Paul's United Church Sunday School in Peace River hosted a play all about the history of the church in the Peace Country. So there would be the Cree and the Blackfoot, trappers and traders, missionaries and pioneers, and of course, the pioneers' vegetables. The tall 5-year-old girls would stand in the back and they would be the corn. The tiny 5-year-old girls would stand in the front and we would be the tomatoes. Now, when you're 5, you don't have a really clear understanding of why the big people are making you do certain things. But I reasoned it for myself thus. It seemed that Jesus wanted me to be a sunbeam and a bright gem for his crown, like in the songs we sang. But now it seemed Jesus really needed me to be a tap-dancing tomato. And I was okay with that. I only remember one rehearsal. And the teacher said, "Now, girls, we're all going to be teeny tiny seeds. And we're all going to grow up, up, up toward the sun." And then came the really tricky part where we had to dance with our tap shoes, going heel, heel, toe, toe, heel, heel, toe, toe. And that was okay for the girls who knew their heels from their toes, but I was not one of those girls. And then the pioneers came on, and they swung us around by our elbows and harvested us off stage. Well, the big day finally came, and I was thrilled to discover that I got a real costume. It was this red romper suit with a green beret for a hat. And on each green beret, there was this little centimeter of green fabric. And I loved that little bit because that was my stem. And it could help me pretend I was a real tomato. Plus, if you held on to that little stem and you twirled it around really fast, that was good. And then one of the tomatoes, it may have been me, discovered that if you twirled really fast and then let go, your hat would go flying across the backstage area. And that was just good, clean Christian fun. Until I twirled and the hat flew, but the stem remained behind. This was a catastrophe. I had broken my costume. I could not be expected to perform under these conditions. But luckily, one of the Sunday school mums, sensing a preschool meltdown, came to my aid. And honestly, she could have said, "Look, kid, even from the front row, no one in the audience is going to know which one of you juvenile delinquent tomatoes has wrecked your hats." But she did not say this. She produced out of thin air a little brass safety pin. She attached my stem to my hat so I could go on stage and shine. And some of us vegetables remembered to dance. And some of us healed when we should have toed and toed when we should have healed. And some of us just stood there sticking out our little tummies waving at our mums. But I'm pretty sure there was thunderous applause. Because there's nothing a United Church audience likes more than a group of preschoolers all dressed up in funny costumes. But I don't remember the applause. And I don't even remember the story in the play. I only remember the kindness of that Sunday school mum. And I thought later, even if she went on to become like a criminal or a Presbyterian, there is still going to be a special place in heaven for her because she helped one of Jesus's own tap-dancing tomatoes. Thank you, and thank you to Yabs TV